Noticias de las 6 de la tarde y precisamente nuestro equipo tiene la oportunidad de entrevistar a cada uno de los candidatos que contienden para la alcaldía de Chula Vista en estas elecciones primarias que se celebran el 7 de junio en California. Precisamente nos encontramos con Jill Galvez, a quien agradecemos que esté con nosotros. Jill, thank you so much for being here today with us.
Thank you, mucho gusto y gracias.
Igualmente. Jill, we want to know more about you, about your background. Have you ever served in a board or commission in Chula Vista specifically?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. Yes, so I raised my family in Chula Vista, and while I was raising my family, in between working in my corporate career, because I had a long corporate career at IBM and AT&T, and I was a vice president of an internet company. But in between, when I had the time, I served on the board of San Diego Junior Theater in Chula Vista. I served on the board for many years of the Chula Vista Heritage Museum. I also served for a few years on the Downtown Chula Vista Design Review Board, and now, of course, I've been a city council member for 3.5 years.
Well, Chula Vista is the second largest city in San Diego County, and its population is mostly Hispanic, more than 60%. So what would be your message to that community to vote for you?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not Hispanic by blood, but I am by marriage. My husband is from Mexico City. Él está un chilango. Y nosotros tenemos dos hijos, and they were raised in the Mexican culture. My daughter's fluent. My son is almost fluent. Well, he's trying. But to me, it's very, very important that we're more inclusive. I was disappointed with our city's efforts to reach out during COVID to provide information in a bilingual fashion, as well as to share grant opportunities with the community at large.
On other topics, Jill, could we talk about affordable housing? What could be a solution to it?
So one of the things that causes housing to be so unaffordable is that in the state of California, whenever a city expands out into a territory that hasn't been built out before, you have to, the future home owners and the home builders have to pay for everything that goes along with building a home. And that cost makes it very cost prohibitive for smaller developers or individuals to try to build on their own. So only the big players are able to build out. And so I think that it's time to rethink how we do building of new homes and lessen the burden and open the playing field so that smaller builders can also participate and develop a lower cost product.
According to the city's long-term financial projection, by 2024, we will have a budget deficit of $1.5 million, and by 2031, that will grow to $12 million. What could be a solution to address that issue?
Thank you. Well, first of all, it was so terrible. A few years ago, we have $350 million worth of unfunded pensions that we were paying 7% interest only on. We cut costs wherever we could, and we refinanced our debt from 7% down to 2.54%, saving $116 million over the next 24 years. If we hadn't done that, we were facing a structural budget deficit of $60 million per year in those later years. So we've taken that awful scenario off the table. It's fiscally prudent to make those projections because we can't count on revenues. We have to be as conservative as we possibly can. And so you always have to forecast some sort of a deficit, but it's our responsibility, and we've always had to pass a balanced budget. So at the end of the year, the budget in a local government has to balance.
Thank you so much, Jill. Lastly, do you have any website that if someone wants to know more about you, we can click on?
Thank you. Yes, my website is jillgalvez.com. And can I mention one more thing that I didn't mention?
Sure.
Thank you. So my great big news of the year, I've been working on this project for 3.5 years, but on June 13th, the Chula Vista Community Shuttle kicks off. And so we've been talking about it. You've done a couple of segments. So please ride the Chula Vista Community Shuttle in Northwest Chula Vista. June 13th is our kickoff date. Free rides for everyone 55 and older, wherever they want to go in Chula Vista, door to door, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., courtesy of $2 million in grants. And so, so that kicks off very soon, and we'll see you on the shuttle.
Thank you so much again, Jill. Y gracias a usted por habernos acompañado. No le cambie porque seguimos con más aquí en las noticias a las 6. Y recuerden, las elecciones son el próximo 7 de junio.